Channel. This is Waga Odongo, and today what we're going to do is continue with the app, and we're going to work on the edit page, the associate edit page in this example. So what the associate edit page is when we, for example, click on a name. Let's click on Sam. We come to this create icon. We find this is the edit page. This is what we're going to work on. And as you can see, when you hit on edit, all these details are carried forward. Like you see, the name is Sam. This is the number 98 Junior. We could change all these details. We could say Sam's. We could put here 4. We could have 989. We could make him a junior, and we could change the date to that, like this. So all this is possible, and then hit save, and it will be carried forward. You see, the name is Sam's, and the details are all changed. So that's what we're going to work on. So let's get to work. And first things first is we're going to come to, let's give ourselves a bit more real estate because we'll be working primarily on this page. And we could create a few variables. We could first have string, call it new name, like so. And an integer, new phone, like this. A boolean, new senior. Another integer, new age. I think there's one more required, and this one is going to be the date time when he joined. We're going to say date time, new join date, like this. So we have created the various variables we are going to be using. Next, we're going to create the method. The method is going to do the editing, right? We're going to call the method edit associate, right? We're going to call it edit associate, and it's going to take the context, and here's where we're going to put the validation. This validation, for example, like if you can't delete a name completely. You couldn't come here and say something like delete this like this and hit save. It'll say get a longer name. It says get a longer name, right? So we would say here, let's say Sam's, and hit save, like so. And yeah, I don't know why the numbers the number has disappeared for some reason. Go 7, oh sorry, 586, like this. Hit save. Okay, the phone number is like that. Okay, fine. So we're going to put a simple check here so that we don't enter a value that doesn't have a name. So we would say if new name is null, right, like so, we are going to say we're going to return the toast widget, that we created, the toast widget, like this, and it takes a message. We could say here give entry a name, like this, right? And after that we're going to return. I think we need to import this, and as always my preferred method of importation is doing that. And after that, if the new name dot length is less than 2, remember when you're creating, it has to have more than 2 syllables. It has to be more than 2 characters long. 2 characters, yeah, not syllables. Toast, we could say toast widget. What's toast widget? I'm waiting for the completion, which is not coming. Maybe the recording, the running the emulator, and typing. We're putting this computer on a lot of strain. We could say here get a longer name, or put whatever message you want. Some customize this to your feel. and here we return like so. So those are the two that we're going to have. After that, we're going to expose the edit associate that we created on the associate data. If we go back to associate data here, you'll find that we had an edit associate, which is right here. So this edit associate takes an associate and an integer for associate key. So that's what we're going to use. Okay, so we go back to, where is it? Where is the associate? Let's close the toast. Let's close the widget. Let's go back to the edit associate like this. So first we have provider. We expose it with the provider dot of, but because we don't want it to rebuild every time, associate data like this, and pass in the context. The listen is set to false like this. Dot edit. The reason it's not providing the completion is because we have not imported some things. If we import, we should get it, so that we don't make typing errors. Edit associate like this, and this is going to take the associate. You could pass in the associate, and it's going to be of type associate like this, and the name is going to be new name like this. The age is going to be new age, and remember the age is not required. If we don't pass in the new age, it is just going to be automatically set to 0 like this. The phone is going to be, oh God, I hate this, it's blocking me. New phone, and if we don't pass in the new phone is going to be set to 00. You could just put a single 0 like so. That's why it changes. The what's it? Is senior is set. That's why it changed to 0, because when you change the name, all bets are off, and it essentially resets everything. So the is senior is new senior like this, and senior defaults to, because it's a boolean, it's a boolean, it defaults to false, right? We assume that somebody who we don't put a seniority is not senior, is not considered senior. Let's put a comma here, and the join date is either the new join date if it is not provided. I talked about this two operators, these two question marks, in a previous video, datetime.now, like this. So if we don't put in the date time, it's assumed that he joined today, or whenever today is, that is. And for the associate key, remember the edit. If we go back, the edit, where is the edit? The associate data, it takes in two variables, the associate key and the associate, right? We have created the associate, now it's time for the associate key. The associate key is going to be widget. We're going to reach up dot current associate dot key. That is, we're reaching out here to the current associate. So we reach up, we reach up to the stateful widget, and we get that. That's where we get the widget to current associate dot key. And after that, we're going to pop it off. Navigator dot pop, and of course pass in the context like this. So that is done. Now we are going to create three. Let me just show it. We're going to create this three, what are they called? This three editing field, text editing fields, right? We're going to use text editing controllers, right, for this three, and then here we'll use the switch, and here will be a date time. So first we will have the first will be final, let's give ourselves a bit more real estate. Let's say text editing controller like this, and we're going to call it name controller like so, and this is going to be of type text editing controller like this. And I think we can copy this. Wait, sorry, pressed something else. We could copy this like so, copy, and paste it 3 times. The next one is going to be a phone controller like this, and finally this is going to be an age controller. So we have 3: name controller, phone controller, and age controller. And of course we are going to have, under the override, we're going to have a void init state. That this will basically pass in the current values into our new form, right? So we will have a void init state, which will do that. And here we're going to have what we're going to pass into the the name controller dot text is going to be, we're going to reach up to the current widget and the current associate dot their name. So that's how we pass in the name. For the new name, we are going to have widget dot current associate dot name like so. So you're going to do this for basically all the others. Of course, we might have to make a few changes for the phone controller, right? Yeah, for the phone controller, we're going to do the same, but we have to change it to string, right? Because it's an integer. And for the age controller, basically do the same. So for the phone controller, like so, we are going to dot text is going to be equal to widget dot current associate dot age dot to string like this. So we pass that in, and then we do the rest. Okay, we do it for the rest, and we say new phone rather. New phone is going to be, we're going to reach up into widget dot current associate dot phone like so. And after that we are going to, what next? Age. The age controller is going to be equal dot text, of course. The text is going to be equal to widget dot current associate dot age dot to string, to include it in, to put it into the form field, that is the form. And after that we're going to say age equals, we're just going to reach up to widget dot current associate dot age like so. New age rather, not age, new age, yes, like so. Okay, and then new senior is going to be, we're going to reach down to widget dot current associate dot is senior. We're just going to check the seniority because it doesn't have a text field, so that's why we don't have to write that. And the new join date is going to be widget dot current associate dot join date, like so. So yeah, so we're going to have, that's how you make sure that the data is persisted. It checks up on the last value and puts it into the form field, right? And of course, as always, we are supposed to add super dot init state so that it kicks in before the rest of the app loads. And after that, we are going to return a scaffold. Now just the basic UI elements, scaffold, like this. The scaffold is going to have an up bar of type up bar, like this. The background color is going to be colors dot, was it light green or light green accent? I keep forgetting. I think it was light green accent. We'll change if it looks different. Elevation is going to be 16.0. The title is going to be of type text, like this. And we're going to say edit $ widget dot current associate dot name, like so. And let's add some style here. Some style. It's going to be text. It's some text style, like so. And this is going to have font size is going to be 16.0, like this. And the font weight is going to be font weight .bold, like this. Put a comma here. I'm supposed to put a comma. Yeah, so that is it. And for the actions, we can say actions and put in the widget. The two widgets, that is the pen and the trash can or rubbish bin. It's a save, yeah, okay. Oh yeah, we're just going to deal with the save. Yeah, it only has one icon actually. So yeah, I was just checking, conferring with my notes. So we could say icon button, like this is going to be an icon and have icons dot save, like this. The icon size is going to be 24.0, like so, and the color is going to be colors dot blue, and the tooltip is going to be save, like so. And on pressed, we're just going to run the method that we just built up right now. So on pressed, we are going to run sorry, I put in two semicolons. We're going to say edit associate, and we're going to pass in the context, like so. Oh no, I'm supposed to put this outside. So there. What next? Go down here and set up the body. The body, like this. The body is going to be made of a center widget, like so. We're going to have a child of padding, like this. We are going to put the padding as edge. Inserts all, pass in 16.0, and the child of the padding is going to be a column, like so. And in the column, we are going to have the main axis alignment to be set to the start. Main axis alignment at start. The children, let's close this for a bit. The children are going to be, we could have a text field. We could have a text field. We could say the autofocus, we could set it to true. The controller for this one is going to be the underscore name controller. We're going to add some decoration, which is going to be input decoration like this, and the hint text is going to be name like so, and on changed we are going to take the value passed in, we could say v, and after that we could use set state like so, and the new name is going to be set to be equal to v like so. So we have dealt with the first one like that, the first one. Let's put a comma here so you can get the dat formatter working for us. Okay, yeah, we have dealt with the first one. So after that, let's put in a sized box, something sized box. We could say the height is 10.0 like so, and after that we're going to have a text field, another text field. We could I think we could just copy this, right? So we just come here, let's delete this, let's just, because a lot of it is the same, so let's just copy this, copy, insert, and we could say this is there's a name controller, this is the phone controller. We could say phone controller like so. The hint is going to be phone this is going to be new phone, and of course we need to turn this is a string, we need to turn it into an integer, so we could wrap it, we could use int.parse, we could say int.parse like this, and that will convert it into a number, and we can set it as a new phone. So after that we will put in place another sized box, give it a bit of space. We could copy that, come down here, put it like this, repeat the process, copy this for the third. I'm guessing you could like just create one widget that you will pass in maybe the type of controller, but the set state is what would be different, the set state and the type of controller, but we're not going to do that. Let's just finish this. We could call this is going to be the age controller. You could turn it into a reusable widget that you would use in all three, but let's just finish it. And we could I think we could also add the keyboard type, right? I mean, what's the harm in that? We could say here, we could come here and say keyboard type. Keyboard type would be text input type dot, we could say dot phone like this. Okay, and for this one we could command Z, we could say keyboard type, we could say text input type dot number with options and then pass in decimal. We set decimal as false, like so. And what, this is phone, so that's name, phone, this should be age, right? So we could say here this is the age, capital, let's just capitalize it, age, and new age, this is going to be the new age, like so. And yeah, and after that we're going to have this is going to be a row that is senior. So we could come under the text field and we could say row like this, and we could put the children. It's going to be a text with the words is senior, and we're going to have some style, which is going to be text style like this, and we're going to have the font weight is going to be font weight .bold, like so, and font size is our usual 16.0, and after that we're going to put a switch. Wait, it's going to be outside this, right? So we put a comma here. Let's also put a comma here and put a switch, the switch that we're using here, and the active track color is going to be colors black. The active color is going to be colors blue. The on change is actually going to work here, unlike the view page. The on change here actually works because view just shows what value is in the switch. Here we can actually toggle it, like we could toggle it here and put senior, junior, yeah, like so. So the on change is going to be V, and then we're going to have the search state. This is going to be new senior is equal to V. We're going to put V as a new senior, and yeah, like so. And have we put the value? I don't think we put the value, right? So it's a search state, and the value is going to use new senior, and if not included, set it to false, like so, right? And after that we're going to put in another row. We could say row like this, and the children, and we could just copy this text. Let's copy this text, copy the text, come here, do this, and say join date, like this, and we're going to have an icon button, the one that you see next to join date, the icon button, and the icon button is going to have an icon of calendar today, icons dot calendar today, like this. That's the icon. The tooltip is going to be tap to open the date picker, like so, and on pressed we're going to put in an async. We could say final date time, and this is going to be await. It's just going to be a date picker, so we could say show date picker like so, and the context is going to be context like so. The initial date is going to be today, so you could say date time.now, and yeah, it's supposed to be like this. The first date, now this is it's free. You could put date time. Let's go back to date time 2016. We could say that the last date is going to be the next century, so we're going to say date time passing 2100 like this. And then after that we say if a date is selected, that is if D, this D is not equal, does not equal null like this, that is if the user has selected a date, we could say set state new join date equals D like so, and we put that like that. Okay, so that's basically it. I think our page is more or less done. I see I'm getting an error. Where is this supposed to be? Datetime.now. Oh, this is not supposed to be here. It's supposed to be maybe a comma like this. So that's basically our page done. We have done everything that is required, and yeah, we've built out the edit page, and now I think the only page left is the add associate page, and then after that we are more or less we hook up everything together in the main.dart, hook up the provider, and then it's done. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. If you like the video, give a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.